Who says no one wants to Frederick?
Well, I mean, like, or should maybe ask it a little bit differently.
Yeah. So, I mean,
listen, I mean,
yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I almost feel bad for him.
You should be ready. Ready for what?
When you're working together, where do you pull from to turn in performances that are so on the line of, am I rooting for this person? Are they right?
There's a little bit of that just naturally when you're like reading the script or even having questions in that sort of stage of things when you're talking with Luca. But when we start together and you're rehearsing, you kind of have to let go of that. Because I think as like a human being, that's not how we're operating through the world. Maybe, you know, somewhat, you're wondering these things, but like, not really.
And I don't know if it's a consideration of, okay, how do I make sure this is ambiguous? I think it's, how do I make sure I survive? How do I survive as this character? How do I win? How do I survive at all costs? And I think that creates a natural ambiguity.
It is.
For me, it was so interesting, especially as a gay man, it's interesting to watch your work and see people that are so weighed down by monogamy. Maggie, you've got Maggie and Alma are in relationships, right? And they also are accountable. Like they've got people who are sort of like they're the observers.
But how
of the
do
story.
you control the desire that you are lived in by? I think it's more about that they are kind of like in places where they are ready for a big conflict, they're ready for a big contradiction, they're ready for a big mess. And then when they step into these contradictions and when they create this mess, kind of they regret it.
I don't feel comfortable having this conversation with you anymore.
Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable, Maggie.
Why does no one in the film want to be with Frederick? Why does no one want to Frederick? Everyone's like going after one another, right? Frederick is this cultured.
Yeah.
He makes cassoulets.
Yep.
Right? He's literate.
Yep.
He looks like Michael Stuhlbarg with a beard. He looks great. Yep. Right?
Who says no one wants to Frederick?
Well, I mean,
like,
or should maybe ask it a little bit differently.
Yeah. I would say, I mean,
listen,
as
I mean,
Maggie, I would say that I don't know though if their relationship is necessary. Like, I don't know how nice Frederick is to Maggie. Yeah. And he makes cassoulet, but he also makes Dora Watt for the girl who's a transracial adoptee. So you go, sort of, what's that? But yeah, I don't know. That's Maggie's answer. Ayo's answer, you know what? Yeah.
As Ayo suggested, he's a provocateur as well. I think it's four provocateurs, actually. I think Frederick is happy as the Cheshire Cat in his life in many ways. And I think he likes to set up these situations. It's why he throws those parties for everyone, probably.
I think sometimes you can be overwhelmed by the kind of like by the kind of like devotion you get from someone. But as we know, Alma ends up staying with him because no matter what, they are kindred spirits. And I think that's in a way the hope of the movie.
To focus a little bit on Julia, would you name some of your go-to performances and roles of hers, and then maybe one that's a little bit more hidden gem?
Top is tie between Notting Hill and Erin Brockovich. Underrated is when she plays herself in Ocean's 12. Easy.
You're playing a role. I'm apparently playing a real person.
I don't know if it's considered underrated, but she didn't get any awards for it, which I think is a travesty, but Pelican Brief, like, I love that movie, and it's the most recent Julia Roberts cut that I've seen. I love it so much. I think she's so phenomenal and like raw.
You're not the only one that does research.
She's particularly different in this piece. And I think it's a wonderful thing for people who may not have seen her like this. So I think everybody come see it.
You are not entitled to any information about me in my life.
I have to say Pretty Woman because that's my first meeting with Julia on screen. Julia is like such an incredible person, individual artist, but also she's a great filmmaker. And in that she is a great collaborator with filmmakers. And to think that she has been working with some of the great directors over her time and our time, and to be in her filmography, it makes me so proud. The hidden gem for me is Mary Reilly. That movie it's beautiful, but she was incredible in that. So, Julia doesn't like horror movies.
Good to know.
She doesn't see horror movies.
Good trivia.
So now my dream is one day, sometime in time, I'm not announcing anything.
I understand.
But wouldn't it be amazing to direct her into a horror movie, and then she has to sit through the premiere and watch it?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Don't believe so, sir.